Okay, I hope that we started. Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Kolokolov, and today I have a great guest, Kavita Behera, and we will discuss the wording mistakes and make a review for some of projects applied to our data visualization award. So let me briefly introduce myself and my project. I will share my screen and tell you what does it mean. So I am a founder of Data to Speak project, and we have launched a global visualization award, Make Your Data Speak, and our mission is to unite people from data science, data analytic, and people from data art, storytelling, infographics, and get synergy from this process and make each other engaged each other to enrich ourselves, share experience from business and art. And we have two streams. Business dashboards and data art and storytelling. When you prepare a project for contest for business dashboards, you choose one of provided data sets and build a dashboard. And when you work with nomination data art and storytelling, you define a topic by yourself, and you may select public data source or make a review, make a survey, create a poll, and analyze and visualize these results. And today we will discuss projects from this nomination and results of survey of some very urgent social problems. And we have nomination for professionals who really want to make earn a recognition and promote their portfolio, their services, and also for beginners, for students who want to make first steps, but get brief, get into profession and make the connection with worldwide recognized experts. And we have a significant prize fund, $1,000 for the first place for each nomination, dashboards and storytelling. But we're going to, it's very hard to choose the only one, and we preparing to give some second places, some third places, and the same way for students, but the price is a bit less. And our timeline, where we are now, we are at the first stage, accepting applications, and deadline is November 30. So you have a month, more than 1 month to prepare your dashboard and apply. And some of our participants who already applied their projects these projects, and that's a value which we provide for our audience making this discussion. And during December, we will select the best, make a shortlist, and the final ceremony will be in February in Istanbul. And I invite all of you to our conference. And already we have draft agenda. We have speakers where experienced and recognized professionals. And let's start this discussion, and let's meet Kavita. Hi, Kavita. Tell us about yourself.
Hi, Alex. First of all, thank you for inviting me to this session. Um, a little introduction about me. I am a product manager at PowerWiz and I run my own series #weekly chart on LinkedIn, where I love to talk about different chart type, their use cases, best practices. So my aim is basically to, make more and more people aware about all the advanced charts that people don't use. People only know the basic bar chart, line chart, column chart, but I want them to know beyond that. There are so many other charts and they have their use cases for appropriate data. They can, give you that right insight. So that's one of my personal mission that I take up and I really want to talk about. Apart from that, I come from research background. That's where I have done my modeling, my reporting. So a lot of my reporting style and the ideology come from the research background. So this is all about my career and like my professional career. Apart from that, I always like to mention this is that I am a proud paw parent of my dog. I love training her, creating her video, and yeah, that's another side of me apart from talking about dashboards and creating reports. Yeah, that's all about me.
Nice to meet you. And we now will start our discussion. And don't hesitate to ask your questions, post your comments, and let's improvise. And today, let me introduce our projects from our shortlist. We have we selected 4 projects, and they have a common platform. So all of them are developed with Power BI. Storytelling, people so we will some connection problems. So I will online. Kavita, do you hear me?
Yes, yes. Your voice was breaking before, so I was just trying to make sense. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So really today I have a connection problem,
Yes,
and when I start my screen sharing,
it's
everything
slow.
falls down. So and as we prepared, I will ask you to share the screen
Yes, yes, I will do that.
and manage our presentation.
Yeah. So I think you were sharing all the 4 reports that we are going to discuss. So this is the first report, which is about who's on duty. Uh, so shall we start with this report, or should I show all 4 of them? Like, yeah.
Oh, let's start from this.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about this report. First, we will talk about the good points and then some feedbacks that I have. So for this report, I really like the cover image. The title is really enticing. I want to know like who's on duty and what is the conclusion. And the developer has done a very good job, giving us 5 main key takeaways from the report. So yeah, those overall is a really good cover image for me. What about you?
Yes, I like this emotional message. So it's not about charts, but in general, colors, image,
Yeah.
and such brief insights. So it looks like a best practice for covering page, for summary, not only for storytelling project, but and for also for business dashboards.
Yes. Cover images are all should always be something, glamorous. Like I don't know any other word, but it should always be something pretty because you have done your analytics part on the other pages, but there should be something fancy or something really nice like this one. The talking about feedback for this page, I only have one feedback. Is it don't follow the proper scaling principle. So basically, if you see this 84% bar is smaller than 59%. I understand that these are five different charts, but when I compare them in case of like small multiples concept, it should not be like and especially in case of percentage, it should all follow the same scaling from 0 to 100. And no matter if this 27% or 19% bars are too small, but that's the reality of data. You don't need to make that modify that part. So that's one feedback from my side.
Really? And really, I missed this mistake. And from the first view, I look at this nice page, but it's a significant mistake when 59% is longer, is more than 73. Yes, you're right. Okay, let's go to the
Next page.
main content.
Yeah,
yes.
main content.
And also, what I want to remind that in the description to our video, you can open these links and also discover these dashboards and take survey. So answer these questions and make a contribution to our research. But let's go to results. Yes. And what we see.
Yeah, I think it's loading.
Yes, it's downloading, and sometimes usually this problem related when we start to download Power BI page from browser and share our screen, yes. Especially with Zoom, and they start the conflict for system resources.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. It's loaded.
But great.
So this page is really done very well. Like I have very less feedback for it because it following the right color scheme. The grid structure is so nice. And when I see it, it looks like a professional dashboard to me. And especially I love when, someone do small things to make their report nice, like highlighting this one a lot, like not all the KPI card, but this one. So I see, okay, this is the main KPI cards. So these small details and highlighting your points and some words, these things I really like. And yeah, this developer has done all these good points and followed the process.
Yes, I also like this layout, and it's I like business approach because my profession is business dashboards, and also I like this visual filtering panel. So not a common checkbox or slicers, but this bars work as slicer. For example, let's tap on the bar for the age 22nd 2635 age in the upper right corner. Yeah,
it will going to cross filter everything else. Yeah.
Yes, it starts this cross filtration, and that's but it's not just a list of categories. I see what's the most popular answer, what's the most popular category. So in generally well done. But finally, do you can you highlight any mistakes here?
There's no design mistakes. So there's no design mistakes, but there are few things. There are always a scope of improvement, as I say. So in this case, again, there's this small multiples issue. Sorry, the proper scaling issue that I noticed, like the 71% bar is smaller than 57% bar. So this the user developer has to like make sure that it's not there. The another thing that is personal choice maybe is this area is the respondent area. So the user has done a very good job, showing the entire demographic, but he just, or he or she are like they are using different type of charts. So for this there's 100% stack chart, for this it's a column chart, this is bar chart. So instead of all of these different chart, maybe they can follow some common chart. And again, the best chart for especially for a survey data set is waffle chart. So to whenever they are showing something which is 100%, so all of this total is 100% in all of these cases. So a waffle chart is a very good chart type to use in these scenarios, where you can see total number of population and different segmentation. That's going to enhance the report. But yeah, that's these are the two things that I pointed out. What about you?
Okay, and I want to highlight not actually mistake. That's an issue and a challenge for the second block with colored block with answers from no to yes, with gradient from red to green. I see this general distribution of answers, and but I don't see data labels. And I understand that we sometimes have teeny bars and there is no space to put the data label. But to name this dashboard flawless, I want to see these data labels. But now it's just colored ribbon, but not chart.
Yeah, I get your point. Yeah, I think also like there are some other variation. Maybe if the legends are placed more close to their bars, that would make sense. Like series labels, those things will definitely highlight. And that reminded me one more point is the entire report is flawless, but I still don't know the answer for who's on duty today. So for that, of course, I have to go and analyze this report. But if the developer make like put their own comment or recommendation somewhere, that will be like an added bonus. I already like get an answer and then I can go and analyze the reports. So coming from an analyst, a recommendation is like always a good option to add in your report.
Okay, so I hope that all four of this dashboard will improve and really maybe win some of our prizes for this award. And please join this interesting research and press please come back to the insights of this button, yes, and take the survey. Let's show
survey and you can go there and
yes,
take the survey.
and it's a Google form, and there's some simple question. So it will take about 1-2 minutes. So please make the contribution to our project. And let's go to the next project.
So the next project is about mobbing. Let me increase the page size. Yes.
Yeah. So it's problematic topic, and it's not actually good to say I like this topic, but I like this approach because offer this visual message that we will talk about problem, gray colors, and let's watch results.
Yes. Actually, also like this black and red, it create a vibe that we are talking about a serious topic. It's not like fun colors, so it really set a mood for us. So I also think that yeah, it's going to get loaded. So yeah, it's loaded. So for me, the initial impression of this report is, yeah, again, it's well done. It's following a good color scheme. So like red is the primary color, and then there's hint of gray whenever is needed. The report is following a grid structure. The data is presented correctly. Like if you see in this case, the data is in absolute numbers, and whenever it's in percentage, the total is 100. So it's all good in that area for me. So what do you like the most about this report?
So I also don't see any mistakes. Maybe I expected some more creative visuals, and again, there's a it looks like business dashboard with bar charts, pie charts, even so we have map, and it catched my eye, but in general it's good enough.
Yes, that's one of my feedback as well. So if you see this report is using KPI cards, but this is plain simple KPI card. But this topic of report, the topic for this report is mobbing or violence, which is a very emotional topic, or something we all can correlate somewhere or other. So for this topic, I think using some icons or imagery or something around them where it's correlating with the message is really going to create an impact. So yeah, if the design is little bit improved, then it's just not that 77% have seen mobbing. It's a really depressing number that 77% of the audience who filled the survey face mobbing or have seen people bullying each other. So that's a very disturbing number. So putting the right imagery or something, icons with it, that's really going to send the same message to all of us. So that's it.
And I have one specific advice also. If it's hard to put icons, if you, for example, if our author is not a designer, if he or she is an analyst as me, but you put the accent with the color, and make this data value 77%, 62, noticed red, the same bloody red color, and maybe even enlarge this number, because now it's all of these titles are white, and they don't have this emotional message that's bad.
Right. Yeah, that would be a good idea as well.
So accent icon will engage more emotions. But if you can't, if you are not sure that you will use icons correctly, so you may use color coding.
Yeah, some other language to present that same message.
Great, let's go to the next page.
Yeah, no, on this page there are some more points. So the next thing is the pie chart. So if I don't know if you know this, like pie chart is one of the most like controversial or hated chart in the realm. Like people really banish this chart. So even I'm afraid to talk about it. But like I don't have any problem with this chart, but it should always be sorted in correct order. So that's a very small, again, chart mistake that people do. So that could be improved. Like in all the other cases, the bars are sorted in an order except the pie chart. So that's a very small design thing. And another thing that can be really make an impact in this report is the title. So if you see in this report, the title is open or hidden mobbing. So basically, developer is putting a question for the readers or for the viewers. Instead, that person can give me the answer as well. That in this case, hidden mobbings have been faced more than the open mobbing. So when I see, I already know the answer before even looking at the visual. I think that's a better approach than putting those questions on the reader. That could be a good way to go about.
So you mean that a pie chart, donut chart, is not the most appropriate way to display the answer for the question open or hidden mobbing?
No, it's still showing the answer, but in this case, again, the answer I am getting is that hidden mobbing is more. So first, it should all come on the like first level before open, and second, our title should say that as well, like title or somewhere there should be a comment. Otherwise, it just get very blank for me to understand these visuals. So like in this case, it's employee experience. But what? So basically, this visual is trying to tell me that most of the employee experience hard task as a form of mobbing, but that's a very long speech, and these just employee experience don't give me that context. So maybe the developer has to put those contexts wherever it is possible. That's
Yes, and some of our participants use tooltips. When you hover
yes.
this title,
Yeah.
you see the detailed
Description can put there, right?
description of this question. Yes, this.
Let's move to the next page because I cannot hear you, but I'm guessing you said that.
And let's, and again it takes, and again it's some seconds to download the page here. And what we see, like human resources archive with a profile of victim,
Yes.
like a paper profile.
Yeah, I actually really like this section. I haven't seen much like this format in a report, that what is a typical victim profile. So it actually give a really good context, like who are the most people who face mobbing. So this is a really good idea what the developer has done.
Yes, it's a good approach to display text information, because if we would try to display all these answers with charts, it would be overloaded there. But
yeah, right. Yes. On this visual, the only like I have actually more questions, so that's maybe something developer has to like take care of while creating the report. So like I don't know what this turnover rate, atmosphere rate, or relationship rate stands for. So and maybe because I don't know, because there's no context about that as a reader, like I cannot immediately know how these are calculated. So if putting some info icon or again the same tooltip idea for them is going to be a like nice add-on, that I get more context about these points.
yes, and I always often deal with this problem when analysts calculate some indicator, some measure with unclear name, put it on the dashboard. It's our CTPD version 2, CPT without BM, and some ratings. Yeah. If we talk about data storytelling, and this is case not about financial report, we need to explain, maybe use again tooltips, but for the broad audience, you need to clarify what is turnover rate or atmosphere rate.
Yes.
Even for those who didn't join this poll.
Yes, right. And the last thing, what is your opinion about this pyramid chart on this visual?
So, to be honest, I don't understand this metaphor of pyramid, because I don't understand why the team is on top, management is in middle, and no field is down.
Yeah.
So pyramid, so it's like reversed tornado chart, but when we use tornado, so maybe you will better explain how tornado works. But I see that it's not again, it's not appropriate way of using tornado chart.
Yeah, I also think in this case, the developer can, instead of using this, use a stacked bar chart, 100% stacked bar chart, and it will show the same information and in a like better way, because then I can see everything in form of percentage. So basically, instead of 4160, I can see 60-40%. And same in this case, I think it's going to be 66-33%. And that's going to put a better idea in my head. Okay, what is male female ratio in all of these mobbing cases. So that could be something developer can improve on this report.
Yes, yes. So we used Tornado when we displayed two different measures. For example,
Yeah,
dollars and number of items, and the left bar will be thousands or millions, and right will 10 or hundreds, and we need to compare them. And in this case, we use Tornado, but not in this.
right.
Okay, so this block requires not just improving particular labels. It requires to redesign, to think, to make some steps back, and to think what do we want to tell, and after that choose the right way of chart, of visualization.
Yes, and it also
Okay.
has the take survey thing, so user can go and take a survey. It's really an interesting survey. I participated, so yeah.
Yes, and again, join this survey, and really, I appreciate how our participant selected this topic, and all this survey are well developed. It really not boring. It's interesting to answer these questions, to make some reflection, and I hope it will be interesting for all of you. And let's go to the next.
Yes. Speaking of topic, like like this is my favorite topic among all the 4 reports, because I really want to know like the ratio between life satisfaction and sleep satisfaction, and is there is a correlation, like on a mass scale. I really want to know like how people in general feel about, because my sleep satisfaction is really bad compared to life. So yeah, this is an interesting topic for me, surely, and the developer has done a again very good job with the cover image.
Okay, and from the start, we see the good news that even people are less satisfied with their sleep, 6.7, but they are satisfied with their life,
Life.
7.
Yes.
And maybe if you don't sleep enough, you still may be happy. Let's go to the results.
Results, yes.
Oh, from the cover page, I expected more designed dashboard, and looks like different people worked for cover page and this content dashboard.
Yes, yeah. I think it can be, there are a lot of small principles that can be like applied and improve this report. So one thing like I really always like mention this is the white space. So everything looks so cluttered because the developer didn't utilize the white space, and that's one of the power in all the previous report that we have seen. If you must have not mentioned that they are using white space very consciously, but because in this report there's like everything is so cluttered, like clubbed together, you can see like when there's no white space how the report looks bad. So yeah, that's there.
Yes,
uh
yes. So this layout should be redesigned,
yeah,
and use the space more effectively.
I actually have some more tip for the developer, like how they can actually like make it better. So like I noticed the developer put this gender, family status and countries on the site just to give a demographic view. But instead of doing this way, maybe they can put filter panel on this side of the same data. Like, because I have so many countries, looking at a bar chart is maybe not that useful. Like maybe looking at a filter or slicers for these three buckets, it's going to take this much space only, but it's going to make an actually add on value, because currently I'm like not able to utilize this portion. So that's one thing. And let's
Okay,
come
and
to, yeah.
what's your suggestion? How to change this block?
So this main area.
I mean bar charts for countries.
So I for this there are two ways: either to show top 5 countries only, because other
Five.
anyway
Oh, okay.
yeah, because it just become too many countries name and too many information to understand. That's first suggestion. Or second is use a filter instead. So maybe then I can individually see, okay, how many, like what is the Russia sleep satisfaction and life satisfaction, what is for France, Switzerland. That's another approach for going, instead of just showing these 3 bar chart on site. It's not like helping me in any way as of now. That's my understanding.
Okay, and what do you think about these circles?
Yes, that's the main part, the radial chart. So I actually like, I really like radial chart, but these are not the right use cases where you should employ a radial chart. And I tell you why. Because let's take the sleep duration thing. So in this case, because I also filled this survey, I know user put like, I sleep at 5 p.m., I sleep at 6 p.m. But suppose someone put like, I sleep at 6 p.m. 1 minute. Someone say I sleep at 6:05. Someone say I sleep at 6:10. So you can see there are going to be so many permutation combinations, like, and it's just going to be very hard to analyze all these 4 bars in those cases, because when the more participants join and they put more data. So for these kind of data set, the first suggestion I'll give to the developer is uh group everything, all the categories. So for date, maybe instead of showing just 13, 25, 28, maybe show them in categories like millennials or Gen X, Gen Z, old people. Give them some category and then define that, okay, this category means 13 to 20 age of people, this 20 to 8 to 29 people. So then maybe I can also analyze that what is the sleep satisfaction for a young person versus an old person, what is the life satisfaction for a young person versus an old person. That's going to
Okay,
give me a better context.
but we have good news for analysts, that we can switch to table view.
Yeah, I actually like this part about this report, that it made this table and visual altercation. That was actually a very good add-on.
And again, according to my analytical background, if we would provide a choice, the true analyst always will choose table instead any kind of
Yes, right,
visuals.
right. Yeah, very true. I also actually, whenever I create report, I like, it's like a scam, but I like to see all my data and everything in table form, and then I go and convert them into some better visual. So yeah, that's very true.
Okay, and we have third page.
Yes,
What's
there's
what
a third
interesting
page,
can we
demographic
discover
page.
here?
So this is basically, my perception is this is the demographic page, like the all the respondent who fill this survey, what is their profile. So I think this is a better page to put this female male ratio, the family status, and all the other demographic information we have seen on the second page, and bring that on this page as well. Uh, that's one suggestion, and there are very small details that the user can improve. That again, as this is maybe my personal perception, but I don't like maps. I really think it's very complicated to understand because I really don't know like where is a specific country. Like I know this is India, but I don't know any other country where it should be, and how to detect that. So that's why like charts are maps are hard for me to read. Maybe a table or a bar chart or something else is easier to understand and interpret.
Yes, it takes more than a half of a dashboard, but
Yes.
from the first view, I can't read anything. I
Yeah.
see there's tons of bubbles in
Yeah.
Europe, but I can't read and can't compare. And I need to hover each bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and things are overlapping. So like I can see this bar, but I cannot go and see beyond ones. So that create an additional effort. So I,
And
I think on this page, if the user like redesign, like reduce this map, change it with something else and restructure the other elements, it's gonna look better.
yes, and even if I want to, for example, to find, for example, Paris, but how can I find Paris or London?
Yeah. Yes.
There's no way to find them.
Yeah, that's very true. And I'm very bad at geography. So even if I know where it is, I cannot find that on map. I'll be like, okay, it's here, it's there. Like I'll fail that subject. It's something we need to fix. Yeah, that's the end page.
Okay.
And
Sorry, continue.
no, I was just saying there are some minor things like this early or late riser. So there are some minor typo error that the developer can improve. That these always like helps.
Yes. So to sum up, it's a great idea for this survey, and it's good analytical job is well done, but also we need to maybe invite to this project another one designer, information designer, to make this improvement. And that's why I founded this award and these topics which are between analytics and visualization, to make this collaboration and make the synergy from this process. And really some of our participants may join different teams, and if you are a designer, you may also message me, and I will connect you with author of this project, and together you increase your chance to win, to get to the short list, or even win this contest. And I have some comments from chat. Vishnu Derkar, also maps can show value and state at the same time. Yes, you're right. And color grading based on the value and highlighting the continent is a better way to do it. Yes, maybe. So we have criticized maps, and again, as an analyst, I usually don't use maps, but if we will use not this default bubble map, but like a heat map,
yes, that would be better.
it maybe there is a chance to stay the map on its place, but choose another type of visualization on this map.
That's true.
But it's a well done job, and I hope that we will by our deadline, the end of November, we will get new version of this great research.
Yes, actually, this is the report I want to know, the like result of this research. Like, what is the sleep satisfaction, life satisfaction? So yeah, I'll like keep checking this one.
Yes. Analysts forget about sleep satisfaction.
So yeah, let's move on to the fourth report and final report. Yes.
Artificial intelligence. And as an author of this project, I think was inspired by Terminator movie.
Okay.
And let's see the results. What insights we have.
Yeah, sure. Before that, I would like to say this is my so far favorite report. Like everything on this page, like it give me a story, and I love this, this shine and the imagery, and everything is just so looks nice. The color scheme, it puts a context, it give me a conclusion what's happening. So like all in all, like very good job on the cover image. Yeah, let's move on to the result page. Yeah, as I was saying, this is my favorite report. I honestly don't have like much feedback for this report. The developer has done a great job, and I just wanted to show things that this report has done, like how the two different colors, everywhere where it's highlighting the colors, and you will like. I love when I understand, these two legends, that this red dot is basically for line. And if you see, these bars are following a great diverging color scheme, and so does this legend. So it really a nice touch. Like I'm really happy with whatever the developer has done on this report.
Yes, this gradient. Working with the gradient, it's a dangerous topic, and sometimes when we use default gradient settings, we can get very dirty colors, some shades of
Yeah.
green, something
Right.
between red and gray. But this gradient is well done.
Yes.
But I see one mistake in the lower left corner, bar chart with
This
position.
one? This one?
Yes,
Yeah, this I
yes,
noticed.
labels.
Yes.
And always all the labels, all the text in any report must be horizontal.
Yes.
If we talk about English or other languages, so we read text horizontally from left to right, not by angle or from up or to down. That's why these charts should be also switch it to horizontal bar chart.
Yeah, like this one.
Yes.
This was the only feedback I could like found on this report, because other than this, everything was done so like thoughtfully and so nicely. Even like small details like 34. Then after that, the developer mentioned it's in year. So like I really enjoyed each and every part. And like this toggle button is like another very clean detail. You can open and then there's some more information. Uh, and if
Yes,
you yes.
it's nice technical feature to distribute our content blocks step by step. Yes.
Yes. And even in this information, if you see for this pink and gray color, instead of using legends on each and every chart, the developer like mentioned title, and actually like encoded this title with the color. So basically, people who believe that AI will enslave humans are in pink color, and people who think it will not happen are in gray color. So it putting a really good context for me. I am getting that information, and yeah, it's a really good idea.
Yes, but I have one point. It's actually not a crucial mistake, but from the start, if you will scroll up this section, so go back, and when I launch this dashboard, I'm a bit confused that there is a block which wasn't downloaded, for example.
Right.
And I'm not sure that it's okay when I see this empty, almost a half of the screen, which is empty.
Right.
And now I understand that it looks that it should be, but I'm a bit, I was confused, and
right.
maybe this part may be decreased, for example, not the half, or maybe use pop up, not just to hide all this information. Actually, I don't have a direct suggestion how to
I think this is a very good area to like leverage this white space, because anyways I can see visual when I open the toggle. So when it's closed, the developer can put a text box, put its own recommendation, or like just leverage the space. I mean, they are able to present all the information, but like, or maybe just put a good imagery or something. Like there's a lot of scope to utilize this area, like instead of keeping this empty. That I agree with you, because keeping it empty, user don't even maybe know that they have to open this area. So something need to be done.
Or maybe just display this text not on the pop-up, but it's this blank space. So press this button to see the details. And now I'm sure that's everything okay, and I need to press this button. But now actually I'm not sure that that's a button. Maybe it's just a picture.
Yes.
And we have a section for interesting facts.
Yeah, that the page, I think you have shared the snapshot, and also another like very well done page. Like it has images, everything. Apart from this visual, everything was very well aligned. Things are so nicely done. And yeah, this is an add-on. So basically for this survey, the developer has asked open-ended questions. And I know that in case of open-ended questions, you get a lot of dirty text or dirty information that you have to clean, sort them out. And developer has done a like really good job assigning every comment to some of these categories. And if you want to see that actual response, you can hover over and there's a word cloud to see more information. So there's a lot of things going on this page.
Yes, so I think that it's an appropriate way to use word cloud and use this pop-up window, because it's impossible to display all these comments on the same page.
Yeah.
But as a data analyst, I hate such kind of images. These images.
The bottom ones?
Yes, because they conflicting with the overall style. These cartoon characters. Really, it's my personal, but in my opinion, it doesn't help to clarify this information, or so it's not bad, but it don't bring more value.
Yeah, that's true. It's just a decorative thing. It's don't add any value, but yeah, it's there, and that's true. But I actually personally, I love animations and cartoons figures. So like when I saw that, like I don't have any issues with them, because again, that's a preference thing, that I love cartoons. You don't think they add value. So that's there.
Yes, and I know that it works when you use images. It engages emotional perception. That's why I don't say that it's a crucial mistake, but in my opinion, it's not the best way to work with design here.
Yes. So in these cases, like when you are making actual report, company reports, it's always a good idea to make sure that, they are okay with such images, because most of the time, like in professional dashboards, they are very, reluctant to use like these kind of icons or cartoon things in their report. They want it to be very professional looking. So yeah, there it can be some like bit of a problem. So yeah, that could be one thing.
And what do you think about the chart, the upper right corner? So what
This one?
things the AI will do better than human? I mean
Yes.
that it's a different chart type. How to say it, like waffle chart based.
Yeah.
How do you think? Is it better? So does it worth of displaying another way of chart, or display information the same way as the first bar chart about house cleaning, assisting, cooking, and other? But this chart has another type.
Yeah. No, so I think in this case, this chart type works perfectly, as I mentioned in the very first report, that in these kind of reports, whenever you have a percentage, a waffle chart is always a very good idea, and as you can see, it's working great in this report. The only point that I have, like, for this visual is, again, it's telling me a story that AI, people use AI more for doing the analysis, detailed like forecasting or diagnosing things. But whenever it comes to doing actual operational work, like teaching or driving a car, they want to do it themselves. Even the AI can do better than them. So that itself is a story, but I don't see even like mentioning that story somewhere. So that one thing I felt, it has a very good story that could be put in some other words. But in terms of charts, I don't have any complaint. I think it's done very well on this page.
Okay, so it's another good way to display information, and
Yeah.
there's no direct mistakes on this chart. That's in general, it's okay. And now we have finished our review for these 4 examples, and all of them are very creative, and our participants demonstrated their analytical skills, their visualization skills, and each project has a challenging topic, challenging designing tasks, and I believe that we will see more and more great projects, and really that's projects which worth to be world recognized, and that's why I invite professionals, experienced designers. So I think you may finish screen sharing, and we will just continue our discussion.
Yes.
So and I will glad to continue our communication, and when you will judge other projects which I am applying to our award. So that was introduction for our broad audience and for our award, for our member of jury board. Do you have anything else to say before we will finish? And don't forget to ask your questions in comments. That's the time to ask your question, and we will continue our discussion if you will provide topics. Okay, but I don't see the questions, and our is over. So again, thank you very much to join our stream, our interview. Maybe you have any final recommendations how to sum up all these dashboards, all these projects.
Yeah, the only final recommendation I'll want to give all the developer is don't shy away giving your opinion or recommendations on these reports, because you are the most like understand these data. You are the person analyzing this report. So no one can give a better recommendation than you. Don't worry, like in real use cases, maybe the end user or the high like upper manager maybe don't take your decisions or don't maybe take like follow your recommendations, but never like shy away giving them. Like it's your ideology, it's your belief. So make sure you make that point or note somewhere in your report. It should reflect that, okay, the person who has created this report also has a point of view. So that's the like only main report. And otherwise that, other than that, like everyone has done a great job. I love all of these topics. It's so creative, so different than each other. So it actually reflect the each participant's personality, I would say.
Okay, great advice. So thank you very much. So advice for all of us: make your data speak, and let's stay in touch. And bye bye.